Welcome to El Moro Pigeon Show. I am your host, El Moro, and I'm here with my friend, my brother, Bobby Roman from New York. And we're here in the beautiful Riverview, Florida. Man, this is a nice place here. So we're here today. So listen, today is all about Bobby, okay? He's gonna tell me all about his birds because he's got this nice birds. And he's got also a show, a pigeon show that is gonna be letting you know later. I'm gonna make a whole video for that alone because I'm gonna be covering that pigeon show also. So Bobby, man, I want you to tell me about your birds, brother.
Yeah, so let's go over here and I'll tell you about my birds.
All right, brother. So what you got here?
We have here a 8 by 12 by about 9 down to 7 feet. It's pretty open here in Florida. You gotta have ventilation, man. You gotta have ventilation. So we're building a new one in September, 8 by 6, a little smaller. So right now I have my passion and love of first tipplers. So I have flying tipplers. I have some borderline show tipplers. It's hard to tell them apart sometimes because they all fly. Some fly a little longer, and there's a whole dispute about that, but I'm not gonna get into that. They're just beautiful birds. That's all I know.
All right.
But I've been working with them for years, over a decade. And so right now I have the cocks and hens separated. I have tipplers. So I'm still weaning out a few birds. But I have my tumblers here. There's three different breeds here in this coop. And those are the tipplers, the Lucerns, and the English long-faced tumblers, which are my favorite fancy birds. So as far as the bloodline of tipplers, I can tell you that I have a mix of what I started with, which is I started with not that I started then, but when I got back into birds, I got some birds from an old friend of mine's in New York named Tiny, and then I didn't pay much for them, man. They were just, I just really wanted to work with the birds and work at it to the point where I got something decent. So I was able to do that, and he could actually vouch for that. But so I got some of his birds, and then I was in Texas, and that heat in Texas is hotter than Florida, bro. So in the summer, man, they weren't flying that great.
That over there is humid, though. Over there is more dry, right?
No, not unless you're in West Texas.
Oh, really?
But we were living in North Houston. It's like here, but hotter and humid. So I got a friend of mine from Baltimore. Not many people know this. There's a black club in Baltimore that have been around forever. And these guys are serious flying birds. And he and I, we were friends, and he actually sent me a pair of Bartholomew's. And one of them was an indigo. And I bred out of that pair, and they really flew really well in that Texas heat. Medium high flyers, but they were flying a few hours, man, and not conking out on me. So I figured they could fly, 3 or 4 hours in that heat. Hell, they'll do well in a cooler environment. So I worked with that for years, and that's what I basically have here is birds from those cats, and then what I put together over the years. Now recently I just got some birds from Chris Reyes, he and Tiny as well are master breeders, and I broke up the pair he gave me, but I should have kept the pair together because the hen dropped an egg, and I put the egg in a nest ball, and I got an incredible bird. So I should have kept the pair together, but still I got some decent birds, and I still have the pair, needless to say. So I'm pretty excited about that. My tumblers, man. So these Andalusians I got from the great Carl Whistler, man. Carl's retired, he no longer has birds, so these were his last Andalusian pairs. And I have another one here somewhere, yeah. And
That's a beautiful bird, man.
These
I
are-
love that color, man.
Andalusian birds. So they're out of black.
I know. I like it.
And they're awesome, man. And then I got these whites from my friend Ron Prowser. His father had tumblers back in the 70s and 80s. And put a head on that. See that? Yeah, I love these birds, man. And here's another Ron Prowser. The problem this year, they all turned out to be cocks. So, it's another Ron Prowser right there. Great head. I mean, these are just beautiful. And they're hard to breed, man. They really are. So that's why I'm getting this other coop built. And I'll be able to switch the eggs with the Homer eggs. And, you know. So here are the hens. I was telling you about the Bartholomew. So, over a course of a few years, I get it. You know, our club, the ATU, has a standard. So a lot of the flying birds, you know, they have longer faces, you know, a lot of heads. So when I got these Bartholomews from my friend in Baltimore, by the way, shout out to my man Punch, I got these indigos. And I was able to breed a really nice type of, you know, closer to the standard. And out of these indigos, I was able to breed a very rare looking color bird. And it's very, you don't really see these in tipplers. You see these in homers, in rollers, but not tipplers. And that's that indigo with this red check sort of. They say this is homogeneous indigo.
Kind of like an opal a little bit.
Yeah, well, they put out opals. Any opals you see here came out of those indigos. And she's a beautiful bird. So now I've been working with these birds for the last several years and to really get them, you know, a little more to the standard. But so I was able to breed a couple of hens. This is a hen bird. I love this color. Look at this. You see this in racing homers. You know, you're a homer guy.
Yeah, the Boston. I had a Boston like that color.
Yeah, they're just, I love them, man. It's just, but you don't see these in tipplers. I might be the only person with them. I haven't seen them. I've been on Pigeon Genetics. That's 19,000 people in there. Wow. Tipplers, they don't have that color. And they're flying. They're out of flying birds. They're out of Bartholomew. Those were the great grandparents. And I gave a couple to a friend of mine, and he says the bird, he's flying them. He said the bird's the maniac.
Hey brother, so man, I heard that you have a show coming up. Like you doing a roller show or a high flyer show? Tippler show.
We're having we formed here in South Florida. We formed the first southern chapter of the ATU. So the ATU has been around since the '60s. It was mostly more of a time flying. Over the years up there, you know, they have focused more on the show. Showing the birds. They don't do the time flying like they used to. But here in South Florida, we are doing time flying and showing the tipplers. So basically making both camps happy. You know, whether you like it or not, that's what we're doing down here. And we're having a great, we're getting great feedback from folks. Our show is September 24th. We'll be posting up on all the media sites, Florida happenings, Let Me Get That, All About Pigeons. We'll be posting up the address of the show, but if you're listening now, it's going to be in Avon Park. It's open to the public. The address is 2714 Nautilus Drive. Nautilus Drive. And that's Avon Park, Florida. We're going to have food, we're going to have drinks. You can bring the kids. It's a beautiful clubhouse in front of a lake. Bring your fishing pole if you want.
Who's coming? Who's
coming? Well, right now we know we have over 100 tipplers coming from New York City. We have folks flying down. We have folks driving down. So we're really excited about that. We have a good 50 birds that'll be from the state that I think will be competing in that. So
Question. Is that true? You got like some master breeders coming?
Yes, when you win at any of these shows, yes, we do have 2 master breeders coming. We have a Tiny Concepcion, and we have Carlos Reyes, and there's a few other guys that are pretty close to their master breeders certificate in tipplers. So we're excited, man. We're really excited about this. If you love pigeons, you don't have to have tipplers to come to this. We ask you to come out and just participate. Again, if you haven't become an ATU member and you would like to show some birds, reach out to our page, reach out to Matt Gonzalez, our secretary, and you can hit him up. You can call him, Matt, at 813-735-6438. And membership is $20 and a $5 initiation. And that gives you tons of resources. Obviously, you're able to buy bands from us, club bands. You're able to show birds in our shows. And we, like I said, our first one, September 24th in Avon Park. And that address to that show is 2714 Nautilus Drive, Avon Park.
What's up, Bobby? What you doing? You gonna feed them?
Yes, I'm gonna feed them right now.
Let me see what you got. Let me see what kind of food you got, man.
This is where I keep the feed. With the price of food, man.
Good stuff.
Yeah, man. I got the Browns Energizer and the Browns Rock. What I like about the Browns Rock is it has rice, brown rice in it. So this is mixed with the diatomaceous earth. If I said it right.
Nice. That comes back from shelf. And
and it kills bacteria and worms.
Yeah. Warms everything.
Yeah, and some oregano oil.
Nice.
That they sell at the feed store, and some garlic.
Nice.
They love that, man. So these the cocks are on the left.
You separate them now, right?
Yeah, so I have a mixture of birds. I'm getting another a coop built in September for my homers and my tumblers. But right now I have these guys here. So.
And these are what? Those are hens right there?
These are all the hens, yep. I got mostly tipplers. I got some lucerne and some, watch out, baby, and long-faced tumblers.
They're nice, man.
So, you know, each bird should get 2 ounces a day, right? That's what they say. So, this is 12 ounces. I give them, there's more than a dozen birds here, so. There we go.
Nice.
Here we go, guys. Come on. I know you guys are hungry. I know you guys are hungry. I know. Now, if they finish it all, I'll come back and give them a little more. But I try to keep them. This is a good mix of bird food. The Energizer by Brown, man. It's $38 a bag. It's really good stuff, man.
I like this bird.
Oh, I love him, bro. That's one of my Emancito.
I like that bird. He's looking at me like, who the heck are you?
Yeah, he'll let you pet him. Just like the homers. The homers will...
You got the white homers here. Right, and did you say you have a homer that came from what, 254 miles?
So yes, there's a cockbird here that I gave a pair away to my friend's father. And this bird here, he lives in Hollandale, Florida.
Wow.
And his band number is 27832. 27832. 2018. He wasn't born here, but this guy got out on my friend. They came back to get him. They drove 254 miles to come get him.
Wow.
Fortunately, I gave him another bird. I kept this guy.
Oh yeah, you got to keep that. You got a bird that comes from.
And I've talked to a bunch of homer guys. They go, that's a rare homing ability.
Yeah, well, the bird, you didn't train him?
No, I didn't train him. He wasn't born here.
He wasn't born here, and he came back from the home down 54 miles? Oh yeah.
54 miles, yeah.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I don't get a lot of hawks hitting me. Yesterday I got hit by a young Cooper. And if you look to the right, you see all the construction down here. They're tearing all the trees up.
Now you're giving him what, grit?
Yes.
You know, that same powder you got, I'll put it on my birds on the grit.
Oh yeah, the earth?
Yeah, yeah. It's good. It's good.
I mean, you can throw it in the coop, you can throw it in the food, you can throw it in the grit.
Yeah. Do you put anything in the water?
No.
There's nothing.
I put probiotics twice a week.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, probiotics is good, man.
I put apple cider once a week.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, now in the summer, apple cider is the best.
yeah, apple cider is good. Works really well.
Bobby Roman.
Hey, what's going on, Pigeon World?
My brother.
Yeah, man.
Wow, look at those birds. Ah, they're thirsty, man.
So I just want to thank El Moro Pigeon Show for coming down today here to Riverview, Florida, and showing you my birds, allowing me to talk about my birds, showing you my loft here at Roman Lofts, and just want to thank everybody for coming. Again, visit my page, Roman Loft on Facebook. If you're interested in tipplers next year, you can go on that page and see what I have. I do not ship in the summer because it's brutal on the birds, but I want to thank you again. If you saw the birds I have, the tumblers, the lucerne, any questions, you can hit me up on Facebook. And again, I want to thank El Moro Pigeon Show.
All right, guys, this is all the time we have. Thank you, Bobby, brother. Thank you, man, for allowing me in your loft, man.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you. Hey, y'all have a blessed day. Please subscribe, and you have a blessed day.